All right, let's get straight to it. For the last 20 years or so, the rules for getting found online were pretty stable. Well, those days are over. Done. The way your business gets discovered, the way it's judged, is changing right under our feet. And I'll tell you this, it has absolutely nothing to do with your old keyword strategy. I want you to really think about this for a second. What if your absolute best prospects, the ones who are ready to pull out their wallets, what if they just can't find a credible recommendation for you? Not because you disappeared, but because the way they're looking for you has fundamentally changed. It's really that simple. They're asking AI now. Instead of just typing keywords into a Google search, your future clients are having conversations. They're asking systems like ChatGPT or Perplexity, who's the absolute best at X in my city? And guess what? The AI gives them an answer. The only question is that answer you? And this whole shift, it creates a new kind of invisibility. The old playbook, optimizing a few pages on your website, that's not just less effective, it's becoming totally irrelevant because the AI isn't just looking at your site. Here's the part you really need to get. These large language models, or LLMs, they don't just scan your website for keywords. No way. They are evaluating your entire brand as a single entity. They cross-reference everything. Your site, sure, but also directories, media mentions, reviews, to see if your story actually holds up. If it's inconsistent, the AI just tags you as unreliable and poof, it moves on. So this leads directly to the single biggest mistake I am seeing businesses make right now. They're falling into what I call the single source credibility trap. They're relying on proof that they, and only they, control. In the age of AI, that is a fatal error, full stop. And this comparison just hits the nail on the head. The old way? Putting a glowing testimonial on your own website. You know what that is? That's like showing up to a job interview with your mom as a reference. Of course she's going to say you're great. It's biased, it's totally unverifiable. But the AI way is different. It's looking for what we call distributed proof. Now that's like having 10 of your former colleagues, all on their own, vouching for you on LinkedIn. See the difference? One is just self-promotion. The other, that's a verifiable reputation. Now, to really grasp why this matters so much, you have to understand the AI's biggest fear. And it's not what you think. The AI's number one goal isn't to give you a good answer. It's to avoid giving you a wrong one at all costs. The engineers call this hallucination risk. It's basically when an AI just makes stuff up and states it confidently as if it's a fact. This is the cardinal sin for an AI. It completely destroys its credibility. So to protect itself, it has a powerful defense mechanism built right in. And that defense is called data provenance. Think of it like this. Before an AI will state something as fact, like, say, recommending your business, it algorithmically checks to see if that claim can be verified across a bunch of different, independent, third-party sources. It's basically a super fast, automated fact-checking process. And this image is the perfect way to picture it. The AI is not interested in a single lonely leaf of proof that you planted yourself. Nope, it's searching for a whole root system, deep, wide, and tangled all across the web. The bigger and stronger that root system is, the more confident the AI feels about citing you as the right answer. Okay, so we've laid out the problem pretty clearly. What's the solution? Well, it's all about building verifiable trust with the algorithm. And the way you do that is through what we're calling distributed proof. So, what is distributed proof? It's simply your reputation made visible and verifiable for a machine. It's not about getting 100 reviews on your own website. It's about having consistent positive signals spread out across lots of different independent platforms. We're talking about your Google reviews, industry-specific sites like Clutch, mentions in the media, even just having your name and address listed consistently everywhere. The key isn't a huge volume from one place, it's the breadth and consistency across many. This quote really just says it all. Your reputation can't just be an idea in the heads of a few happy clients anymore. It needs to be out there, visible, spread out, and most importantly, verifiable across the web. Because to an AI, an invisible reputation is a worthless reputation. If a machine can't find it and verify it, you might as well not even exist. Now, it's really important to understand that this whole idea of brand reputation is just one piece of a much bigger strategic puzzle. To really succeed in this new landscape, your brand story and your technical foundation have to be working in perfect harmony. Take a look at this framework. We've spent our time here on brand reputation, right? That's the part that answers the AI's question, can third parties verify you? But you see how it's just one of 6 signals? It relies on having a coherent narrative, so your story is consistent everywhere, and foundational SEO, so machines can even access your site in the first place. This is a complete system. One broken link, and the entire chain of trust fails. So, the most crucial takeaway is this equation: story plus tech equals momentum. Your clear, verifiable brand story, combined with a solid technical foundation, is what's going to keep you visible and trusted, no matter what algorithm comes next. Because in this new landscape, the question isn't just if you'll be found, it's if you can be trusted.